What's up, friends? Welcome back to more Better Call Saul Season 6. Can't believe we are almost up to the mid-season finale. It has flown by so far, gotten some amazing episodes, and I can only imagine the second half of this season is going to infinitely raise the stakes. And in regards to the dice and the dominoes stuff, I still really haven't seen anything that resembles the 5 specifically. I could have missed it, but somebody who's got some pretty good eagle eyes noticed in the last episode when Kim is meeting at the restaurant, there's a 4 dice in the window there, and so I feel like if we are sticking with that still, that's got to be the 4, and so the 5 was somewhere in between that and the last dice that we saw, and so we'll see if it keeps going. Just a little fun thing to keep your eye on, I guess. But if you enjoy watching along with me for this episode, definitely consider leaving a thumbs up. Really helps the videos out, and of course the full-length reactions always available on Patreon. Link for that in the description below. But without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into episode 6.
Here she is.
Oh my God, Kimmy. Really?
Oh, that's who it is. I was wondering who we were seeing. Forgot what she looked like in the other flashback.
A thief. You know better than this, Kim. What happens now?
It is company policy to call the police.
Shoot, so even when she was young, Kim was getting her hands dirty. That's surprising.
Promise me that this was a one-time thing.
Are you going to do it again?
No.
And what was so wonderful that you just had to steal it?
Earrings and a necklace.
Oh, geez, this is small potatoes compared to what she's trying to steal in the future. Millions of dollars.
This is coming out of your allowance. I don't care if it takes 10 years. She's going to wish we called the police.
$35.53.
35.
Oh man, maybe it would have been beneficial if she ran into the police here. Maybe she thinks of Jimmy as her mother figure in the future situation where he can kind of be the scapegoat and cover for her mistakes.
You know, you got a fine mother there.
Thank you for being so understanding.
No. That's the block.
Bro, why is she smiling like that? Was this part of a plan or something? Was her mom in on it?
Nip it in the bud. I didn't know you had it in you. Here, I got you something.
Oh man, that makes sense. Gotta get it from somewhere. What an awful mom, man.
Relax. You got away with it.
Man, these openings are always so good. Love the music in that one. Crazy that she's been around that stuff her whole life. I'm not sure she's going to get away with this future stuff, though. Always got good fashion sense. I'm worried what we're gonna see happen to him this time around, because the next step involves the judge, right? Dude's got a pretty rigid routine here, it seems like. Love all the shots we're getting. Yo, is this his wife? Have we ever seen her in all the seasons?
How'd you sleep?
Good. Didn't you say something about replacing the mattress out there?
It's fine.
Oh, shoot, man. So they don't even sleep next to each other.
That is for you.
Wow, and that could not have been more exact, man. Howard's doing all he can to find peace.
We should talk about the Abramson fundraiser next Friday.
Can't believe it's been a whole year.
How do you want to handle it?
Oh, that's messed up. Ruin his nice creation. No matter what he does, the peace doesn't stay.
You remember what was going on with Chuck's brother?
That's not over with.
I think it's getting worse. In fact, it's possible you might hear or see something. I couldn't say what.
Oh, she hopefully will believe him in all of this, because if even his own wife is against him, Howard will have nobody on earth on his side.
Duly noted. I'm having dinner with the Appels tonight, so you've got the house to yourself.
Tell them I said hello.
I will.
Dangerous leaving Howard alone right now. From himself not knowing what he'll do, but also from Kim and Jimmy.
More clients until lunch at 1:15. He left the office around 2. 2:30 to 3:20, he was down at the courthouse for a bail hearing, then...
So many pictures. They are watching every move. One slip up and they're screwed.
Then in the...
What's this?
That was 3 days ago. Only time he broke the pattern. Looked like he made a cash withdrawal. Maybe 5 stacks. I'd say somewhere in the ballpark of 20 grand.
Man, I love that we don't have the whole picture, so we're kind of just as confused as Howard right now.
But is there any reason he'd need that much cash in the normal course of business?
No legitimate reason.
Man, there's so many storylines right now that could boil over by the time we hit the mid-season finale. I'm not sure which one is going to be like the ultimate crescendo, though. Could be the Howard stuff, could be the Lalo stuff.
It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. Okay, Fernando's gonna be fine. Shot I gave him will settle this.
Cute little dog. Been a minute since we've seen this guy.
Get back.
Hey, everybody's getting in on the directing action. I love that Gus himself directed this episode.
Are you sure you used enough?
Absolutely.
How long is it gonna last?
Hour or two.
And if there's a blood test?
This stuff is not showing up on any blood panel they're running in this town.
Whatever they're doing is an exact science, man. Can't wait to see it all happen. Whatever it is.
Guy's gotta know when he's bagged his limit.
So you're closing up shop?
Leaving town. Once I sell my little black book, it's gonna be all animals all the time. Keep all my someones in here.
Can I see it?
Kim's looking like she got an idea with the head. She's not going to try and steal that. Or maybe they'll just try and call somebody with his knowledge of it.
I think we found the Zodiac killer.
I'm not keeping my contacts in plain English.
Best quality vacuum.
Whoa, that's how that's introduced. I can't believe it. Did not expect it to come from him. It makes perfect sense, though.
He's raking it in day out. Minimal risk. I can't believe he's walking away from that.
He knows what he wants. Anything? Oh my God.
What?
Oh gosh, is this going to change his eye color or something? Is that the goal?
Whoa.
I mean, I hadn't paid close enough attention to his eyes before, but it looked like it was different. He's really going to try and pass as this judge, isn't he?
This is what this is all about. This is the reason Joshua Holcomb was pulled over. New Mexico Statute 66-3-846, driving with an obstructed window.
Doesn't seem like much. That was a great camera shot, though, with the rack focus.
Unless you and 47 of our colleagues have outstanding tickets, I'd argue that this statute is not regularly enforced. Officer Connell knew my client. He arrested him 5 years ago.
Very interesting that Cliff is sitting in right now. Is that because he is maybe considering Kim as a replacement for Howard? Who knows?
Your Honor, all I'm asking is that you take another look at the officer's statement.
That was nicely argued.
I don't know if there's a connection between the perfection of Howard's coffee and Cliff's disheveled coffee, but Kim is a killer in the courtroom, that's for sure.
How did you leave things with Howard Hamlin?
I wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for Howard. I wouldn't be an attorney. I wouldn't have met my husband. I owe Howard and HHM a lot.
It's insane that she can say that with a straight face and just be defaming him behind the scenes.
Have you heard of the Jackson Mercer Foundation?
I wish we had something like that out here.
It's a bit hush-hush at the moment, but we will soon. And that's what I wanted to talk to you about.
Man, everything is working out well for Kim right now, but there's got to be a hiccup at some point.
Come on in. Thanks. It's good to see you.
Dude, it looks way too nice and clean in here. Definitely goes through a whirlwind before we see it in Breaking Bad.
I'm going for a vibe that's professional and refined.
It's classy.
Thanks. It's come a long way.
Francesca has a future in interior design. This is amazing.
I found a contractor who does it for a price, so I just went for it. I've also got a pair of water features coming for Serenity.
She is way too kind and pure to be working with Saul Goodman.
Saul told me you guys got married. Are you registered anywhere?
That is so sweet. No, it was all very low-key.
It's great to see you.
Yeah, you too.
Oh man, if Kim and Jimmy were just doing things a good way and not trying to double-cross people, their life would be a dream.
Nothing matters. It's an action shot. Shoot it 1/13 of a second, give it some blur.
No blur, okay? We need him to be recognized. That's the whole point.
So glad he still uses these guys. And I guess this is going to be a lot easier doing a shoot rather than in person.
Wouldn't my character grow something more like that?
It's docudrama. Doc, reality, right? Just keep it simple. He's gonna be great. Come here.
Oh, so it's him and not Jimmy. That guy does look a little bit more like him. Were they just testing out the stuff the vet was giving him before to see if it would work for this guy?
Everything okay?
Yeah. I'll talk to you later.
Let's keep this going. You wanna?
Kim finally starting to think about things. You love to see it. Maybe too far gone, though.
The Jackson Mercer Foundation, that's like the Good Housekeeping seal of approval. They're gonna love you on sight.
The lunch is on D-Day.
You don't have to be there on the day.
Oh, man, fascinating. Gonna have to make the big decision. Maybe that's how it all goes wrong, though, if she's not there to oversee it.
Kim, this is fantastic.
Took me a second, but that's actually a phenomenal cut because Jimmy and Kim are so close to each other in that last scene, cutting to Wood being split apart, maybe foreshadowing their split.
Guten Tag. Guten Tag. Das ist Privatgelände.
Lalo's back looking like a menace as always. Wait, is this one of the workers and I just forgot what he looked like?
It's a beautiful place you have here. The air is just so fresh. Do I know you? I don't think we've officially met.
Oh, immediately into a chase. Jeez. That axe looks pretty deadly in his hands, but nothing can stop Lalo. Oh man, this is tense. The wild thing is I have no idea how Lalo dies, so it could just happen at the hands of this guy. I'd be very surprised if it did, though. Where the heck did this guy go?
Who are you?
Whoa, he actually got a decent hit on him. What the heck?
I'm not here for you. This is about Fring. I want to know what he's doing.
This is such a good scene. The music is so tense. Is he actually injured or is he just playing along? Oh, dude, that was such a good shot right there. Lalo always outsmarting everybody.
I think you broke one of my ribs. Tie that off before you bleed to death.
So intimidating. I love the lighting. That's one of the nastier injuries in the Breaking Bad universe. Man, the clients in here do not match the layout.
The last thing you want is to look like you're some kind of loner.
Dude, his office looks so different. Way too reputable looking for his business decisions.
I don't know if I'm comfortable. Is this even legal?
Which of us went to law school? We're on a clock.
I just
Francesca.
Oh, I just noticed the toilet in the garbage right there. Not surprised she's starting to question it, though.
To whom much is given, much is expected.
Hamlin McGill.
I'm calling because my mother is a client of yours, Sandpiper Assisted Living.
Oh no, man, making Francesca get involved. She's in deep now, too.
Supposed to call into some meeting on Thursday? Lost her dial-in instructions.
What's your mother's name?
Stubert, that's S-T-U.
So rehearsed, man. No one suspects a thing right now except Howard.
Press 7 and then enter the passcode. 842159.
Okay. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it.
Went so smoothly. I'm guessing that's the D-Day event, as Kim was calling it.
Whoa, stop. Don't turn around. Finish what you're doing.
Yeah.
Finish. Oh, yeah. Hey, where you going?
Oh, such a mess, dude. I guess this answers the question of how it gets all disheveled later.
The boss sent me. He wants to know why you took guys off your house.
I haven't been home for more than an hour in the last 3 weeks.
Salamanca knows who you are. He could show up there.
Gus is way too stressed out for good reason, though.
Seems to me the most obvious place to pull from is Alameda Street.
My guys stay on Alameda. Boss has a problem. He knows how to reach me.
Who lives on Alameda Street? I don't recognize that name. Is that his family by chance?
Hey, Brian.
Doesn't really look look like anybody's in here, unless this isn't the house that they're watching. This is just the vantage point.
Hey, honey.
Just a sec, Mike. Almost ready.
Okay, shout out to Mike, always looking out for his people. I'm glad he's got him protected. Definitely a move Lalo would do. He just went after somebody else's family.
Trace a line across the bottom of the bowl till you see a bunch of stars that look like a backward question mark.
It's Leo the lion. I see him.
Always warms my heart when I see Mike happy.
But Mom.
Hey, you do what your mother says.
Good night, Pop Pop. Love you.
Love you, baby.
Oh, well, thank goodness we know nothing bad happens to them. There might be a threat that we didn't know about, but at least they don't get killed.
Well, I hope they're paying you overtime.
They're making it worth my while.
Good night, Pop.
Good night, dear.
Same time tomorrow?
Wouldn't miss it for the world.
Oh man, Mike's story is pretty tragic. Mixed up in all the bad things, trying his best to protect other people. Thank goodness, man. I get so sucked into the episodes that every time we cut to black, I'm reminded that eventually it's going to end. There's 3 lights right there, but I'm not sure if that's in reference to it. I feel like every time we see it, it would specifically be a dice, but I guess some of the others haven't been.
Here's to tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Wait, are they doing this outside the offices? I feel like that's risky. If someone spots you here, they could get ideas. There's been some gorgeous frames in this. Giancarlo's killing it with directing. Everybody's so multi-talented.
I'll record the whole show and we can listen to it later.
It's a date.
Very interesting composition right there.
Didn't realize we had any left. Gotta warn you though, it's on the pricey side. $4.95 for the bottle.
Worth every penny.
Nice, brings back some good memories for sure. And if this goes according to plan, they won't have to worry much about money.
It's all paid for.
Oh no, bro, are you kidding me? There's the hiccup, finally. They did not plan for any injuries. Oh my gosh, what's gonna happen? I don't know if they've ever had a more severe deadline to make than this. Can they film another?
A justice system that works for everyone. What is more important than that? Hey, Jimmy.
Flag on the play. You're not going to believe this, but I just ran into Casimiro.
I'm really worried because Kim's in a car and we've seen her crash already this series. Don't want it to happen again.
Giant cast on his left arm. You can see his arm in every single one of them. No cast.
We're going to pull the plug, and we are going to live to fight another day.
I feel like Kim's way too committed right now. So I guess that finally explains what the pictures were that Howard's PI took. At least I think that's what it was saying.
It happens today.
Oh, it's gonna end. I know it. Shoot. That was a really well shot last scene though. I love the kind of shaky cam, slightly shaky, just matching the raise in intensity there. The last episode of this half of the season is going to be so packed. I feel like we got that stuff that's been building up for so long now. We got the Lalo stuff and he's looking more frightening than ever. This show is so good at slowly building that crescendo to hopefully an incredible payoff. There's been very few shows that have me consistently 100% locked in every single shot and every single scene, and the fact that this is the last season is just accentuating that. I'm so on edge every time we cut to black or cut to a different scene. Now that we're so close to the end, I'm just really worried about what could happen, potentially bad or good, who knows. But even though the wait isn't going to be for like half a year or longer like like Breaking Bad people experienced. I still am going to dread waiting weeks until we finally get to the second half of the season, but if it means, which it does, that we get a longer season, I am on board, because I am nowhere near ready for the show to end, and obviously they still have a lot of gaps to fill in, especially the future stuff. We haven't seen any of that yet. Obviously didn't start the season off with it, which is what I thought we were gonna do, but I'd imagine that's going to be the ultimate conclusion, is wrapping up whatever happens with Jimmy in the future, which I have no idea how they could wrap his character up in a significant or satisfying way. There's gotta be some massive reveals that happen then as well. So it's kind of like a double-decker of stress right now, because obviously worrying about what's going to happen in the future, but at the same time, getting to the future means that eventually we're going to have to stop seeing this past stuff as well with Kim and Lalo and all of that, and so it's going to be hard to say goodbye to those characters whenever that happens. But with Kim's character, and for her sake, it's sad kind of watching her throw away another unbelievable opportunity, just judging off the way they were talking about it, in favor of doing a more sinister act and fulfilling whatever plan they've got for Howard, which I'm still not exactly sure how this is all going to end. But that decision right there could mean that even if they salvage the plan somehow this last part, it's still going to fail, because if Cliff set up this opportunity for Kim and she's a no-show, then maybe Cliff will start doubting the legitimacy of everything she's been involved in and all her claims and whatnot. So I feel like the judge having that surprising cast could be the final blow in their plan and giving the upper hand to Howard. But we will see. They've obviously come up big in tight situations before, but hopefully you all enjoyed watching along with me for this episode. Cannot wait for next week's, and so until then, I will see you all later. Peace.